Hey all, Hertz here. Welcome back to episode 4 of the last Railbook. So in the last episode we stopped off, I was uh, working on the smelter up here and the miner up here. I've got the smelter created, the mining created, and I've hooked it up, as you can see, to the bus here. We're going to work on getting... the next thing we're going to work on is getting coal up, and we're going to start... It's going to come down through here. We need a couple of lines going in for coal, for plastic, and for military science. And then it's going to come down here and then feed the smelters that are on this side. Uh, we're going to put stone here. That's going to be the next thing we'll work on. So we'll get coal first and then stone. Um, I'm going to need about 1,000,000 miners for this and a whole bunch of belts. So let's get started on that. Uh, I'll just dump all this stuff off. Gonna need a couple of the big electric poles because that's what I'm gonna use to get power over there. I think I'm going to start the miners up now. So basically it's gonna absolutely kill our power when all those turn on. Um, and since we've got a bit of extra power, I'm gonna have them turn on for a little bit. Power will be low, but they won't be on for very long, and so it won't uh, send us into a power stall. So I'll get the miners up at least on copper first, and then I'll turn them on for iron, and then we'll get coal going. What I'm going to do, since um, I've looked around, I'm going to put another Steam setup, actually two Steam setups inside of the base, and I'll just have two lines of coal come in and feed those, and then we'll have two other lines for plastic and military. So let's get started on that. I'm gonna keep on taking as much belt as I can and as many miners. I have radar. I'm gonna need. Oh, I need more gear wheels for the various belts, and I need more electronic circuits. So that should be enough for the balancers that I'm going to need for, at least for coal. Coal's our first priority. Oh, I'm going to just grab any more belt that I can. Almost out of those too, so... Okay. That's not what I meant to pick up. Whoops. I meant to pick up miners. All right. So step one, we're going to clear a path using the car to bring the coal in. We're going to bring 4 lines in. Then we're going to bring 6 lines in. So we're not going to need inserters for our trip here. Nor are we going to need... We will need all the miners. We need a lot of belt, but... Let's bring 1 stack just in case. Copper. Feel like it's tanking our power. That's not enough to cause a power stall. I just want to get all these miners on and... Well, I suppose we can disconnect this. That'll be enough. So it'll run for, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes tops. And then it will fill this up, but it won't be able to actually smelt anything because there is no coal. And we're doing the same thing over here. It's going to do the exact same thing on this side. It's going to run for a minute so that it fills everything up. We'll see if that causes a power stall. I don't think it's enough to do it, but time will tell. Okay, so I'm going to have the coal lines come in right through here. Let me turn F5 in again. So it's going to be these 4, and then 2 more on the other side of it. We'll need 6 lines because 1 for each of the smelters, 1 for each of the smelting lines, and then 2 for plastic and military, and 2 for power. So I'm going to do what I did before and just create a path here. I'm going to do a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side because I'm going to need room for power poles to go out there. overshot it by a little, but as I say, I scouted this ahead of time. Let me get rid of that. Come out here and grab the leftovers book. Create all miners. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That will be a weak 8th line. Let me switch this over to yellow. Okay, for this I'm going to do a throughput balancer. Because we're only pulling from 6 of these lines. Right, you do not need to be red. There. There. So what the throughput balancers do in the Rankus balancer book is if you only pull like say 6 of 8 of these lines out, it will still balance. Otherwise with the other books they're not guaranteed to balance. I don't know that matters 100%, but I figured I'll just use it because it's there. That's all set. We are going to need to, as I say, pull 4 lanes. Oh, I'm going to leave that space in there. sure I know. I think it's right here. Okay, yes, it is right here. You're gonna need to connect up with those. Do that all the time. Oh, this should have been one out. We're gonna. Oh, that's not a big deal, but we'll just have to do a little bit of tricky belt work. All right. Very shortly, we will have coal hooked up, and we will actually be smelting. This is the tricky belt work I was talking about. It's not that it was that tricky, but it's just if I was one over, I wouldn't have to do it. Just look and see how power is actually doing. Yeah, it's back to normal. Okay, so it's caught up. Um, and I'm just gonna run that to there, and now we have coal. Okay. Before doing stone, though, I'm going to get the other power set up so we aren't having these power stalls. So I'm gonna have to clear out some space at the southern end of the line, or the east side of the bus. And let me continue these guys out all the way, and then integrate them into the bus. I gotta pick which lane they're gonna go in. Okay, so this is iron. This will probably be steel, these two. This will be yellow, or green circuits. So these two, I'll make these two be coal for plastic and military. And so 1, 2, 3, 2. So these two. But these two will be stone, so. And then that will turn into stone brick. So I'll just do these two. These two will be the coal. And then this will be for the smelting line. I'm just gonna put this over here. I will leave this guy one off. Oh, that's two. So that he can just... Oh. Where's that car? I think there's more belt in the car. I hope there's more belt in the car. Okay, well, with any luck, smelting for both iron and for copper will start here in a minute. Um, won't be enough. Oh, these guys will though. Let's see. I need 20, so 5, 10, 15, 20. The garbage in the train. And so the belts will be in our hand. The coal's already coming, so this should mean there's going to be iron plate on the other side that I can just go pilfer. Oh, it's coming already. Look at that. I can just do that, and I need... It's 20, and I need 20 more. Holes I have. So there's... Oh, I need to make... Oh, a couple of things. I need a offshore pump. And I don't need those. Alright. Now if we follow the path down... When I was getting things ready, there's this lake down here, which is a little problematic. So, I mean, I'm going to landfill some of that, but I'm also going to place the steam power plant down here and just tap into that lake. Alright, this is cleaned out a bit. Just going to start placing power here. There seems about right. I'm just going to go a few, maybe that far in. I like to have a little space off the path, just in case there needs to be any changes. So there's one. Okay. Those last couple are still trading. Now, I'm gonna put the, as soon as they're done. I'm gonna do this just in case I upgrade to red belt, which I don't know that I'm going to do, but just in case it does happen. Go here. Oh, I haven't created those. Oh, well, that'll just be a placeholder. Of course, you're one. Oy, that annoys me. I do have one or two pieces of landfill here, so let me... let's do that, just so I can place it how I want to. Of course, you're not going to let me place it how I want to. Now you will. You did it. Good job. Okay. That will get me the second row. Good. There's still some belt there. Just so I don't accidentally use all of it, because I'm going to have to do a pull from the line. Just put one of those there and one of those there. Don't you have power? Oh, did I do a power stall? It looks like I did. That's exactly what happened. These drew too much energy, and I was just in the middle of fixing it, but... So I'm gonna have to go back to the base. Hold on a minute. I need to make these two steam power plants first. Otherwise the power stall won't be fixed. Okay. Well, hopefully it created enough coal in this line here, so this will have enough time. So you're no. Not even gonna be there. There. Pick the rest of you up. These are like what I call like dead end lines, so it's a line that dead ends into a factory, as opposed to having a split off from it. When we set up green circuits, I will set up some dead end lines similar to this. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Okay. Those last few guys finish up. I will get the offshore pump going. Copy. There we go. Do I have any pipe? Of course, it always uses my pipe every time I make an engine. So that is a little frustrating. Okay, so I've got coal lines going in. I really do have to wait for that pipe, otherwise this whole side won't go. Which is a wee bit annoying. Let's put down another bit of the bits here. There already was one. Let's get as much of this going as we can. Oh, there's a lot more pipes. Okay, these are all ready to go. Let's see if this can get... Not create enough electricity to get a couple to start picking up. Oh, there we go. That did it. Nice. Alright, I have a little bit more belts left. Let me go back and put this down on the bus. One more. There's still a little bit left. Okay. Gonna head back to the train. Things we need are miners again. We have coal set up. We have this other power plant set up. We have miners mining, which is great. So we're gonna need to set up stone. We're gonna set up stone brick right here and get a line of landfill. We're gonna need a little bit of landfill to take care of this. We can also tap that for landfill. So let me go back real quick and start working on that. Let's get the garbage out. Put you in there. I'm just gonna grab the stone out and make landfill from that. That's a quick way to get rid of stone. It takes 20 stone per one landfill, and so like to do a whole chunk, a chunk is 32 by 32, so that's 1024 individual pieces of landfill to go into a chunk. That's like 20,000 stone. The landfill is very expensive, so I mean, I try to use it sparingly, but sometimes there's a lake in your way and you have to go through it. Okay, let's just look at power again. Power seems to be doing alright for the time being. It will shut back down again and not use that much once we get the lines in the belt filled up. I'm just gonna put the coal that was in there back in there. So these have fuel for the train. And I'm gonna put all the wood I can back. So now we just need miners. Seem to be slowly chugging along. I am going to upgrade them real quick here by doing this, so on both sides. That should help speed them up. By quite a bit. Okay. I'm gonna grab all of the belts I can. Need a little bit of pipe here, because the bus uses pipe. The underground pipe. And I'm just gonna grab. It seems like I'm always running out of this because everything just uses it. So I will grab a bunch of just normal pipe. We're gonna need 230. We're gonna probably need a little bit more than that. Just gonna grab a little bit of copper and a little bit of wood. Make some more poles. I'm not sure how many more of those we're gonna need. Grab more of those. We need the big electric poles too. So after this, I'm going to set up a rail station. After setting up stone, I'll set up a rail station on the other side for iron plate, and then we'll set up steel and a rail station for steel. The iron ore to feed into the steel plate, or steel production. I just create it straight from ore. It seems easier. It simplifies logistics. So, Yep, let's get a move on and get back up there. Alright, that should be enough miners. So when we get up there, we're going to set up stone and then feed that into a couple of lines on the right side, or the bottom side of the bus. And we will... What's going on? Then we'll get stone brick being made on site, which will help us out quite a bit if you ask me. So I don't have to run back to get stone brick and stuff. And it'll also be making landfill, so it'll help me fill in the lakes that's at the end of the bus. So we're only pulling... I think we're going to pull 3 lanes of stone. So I'm going to clear this out a bit. Go to the leftovers book. Grab the miners. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is gonna be a weirdo. Yeah. Let me get the upgrade plan or downgrade planner. Get that to yellow. And now I gotta find, what is it, a 7 to 3? There we go. In all its glory. Let me just look and see. So now that can be... This can be, if this length is less than 4 in between, it can be yellow belt. So I'm going to just downgrade this to yellow belt. We're going to just pull all these lines in. Come to think of it, I'm going to cut this and replace it. There. And then I'm going to just put these 3 . I'm going to leave the correct bus spacing here. So there's going to be 2, so that's 4 and 4, and then this is going to be this lonely soul belt going that direction, or in that lane. Alright. Okay, that's now set up. To get it to start mining will be super simple. Power is still holding even though that's going on. Alright, sounds good. And now... Oh, you know, I can do a different thing. Since I have the long and far reach, and I have a radar over here, I can do that. Speaking of which, I need to make sure radars are down. Grab those two. 1, 2, 3. We do need stone for making a rail for the bus. For I think it's yellow signs. So we do need stone. Hmm. I think I actually need 4 lanes of stone. Whoops. Let's start by just turning that off, even though that's not really going to matter. So I'm going to need a 7 to 4. Once again, that looks like that will work. I'm going to have to turn it back again this way. So I'm going to place you probably right about there. And I'm going to downgrade you. Looks like all that will work. I'm going to have a ton of stone in my inventory. But I'll just make landfill out of that. That's, as I say, the quickest way to get rid of stone. Let's make this turn right here. Oh, wow. Do not do that. All problem has been fixed. Oops. So let's see. The first stone is gonna go here. All right, that's the stone for science. Pick this up. And now stone down here. I'm gonna have that go there. And all three of these are going to come in here, and they're all going to dead end into where we're going to make stone brick and landfill. Of course, I just ran out. Let me do this Hand of God thing again. Okay, now stone is hooked up. Set it right there. And next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the stone brick smelting and landfill. And then we're going to work on steel. We're going to make a train station here for iron ore, and a train station here for iron ore. This station will be closed to start with, but then I also need to get the rail line set up behind here. There's going to be a cross here, going to go back here. There's going to be a station here for green circuits, and then another station for possibly coal or stone. I mean, we've got a lot here. It's one will be set up for anything, but the other one will be set up for uranium ore. So thanks all for picking up what I'm putting down, and we'll see you next time on episode 5 of The Last Rail Book.